Hi, I'm Sherry Height, and I'm a research assistant here at Housing Institute. I'm currently attending California State University Northridge, where I'm continuing my full-time position with Housing Institute. Accepting responsibility as a student and maintaining a full-time job can be overwhelming sometimes. This experience has taught me the importance of setting up goals and honoring my commitments, no matter how difficult. The secret is what? Being honest enough with yourself to know when you're ready to accept responsibility for everything that you do, whether it's right or wrong. Last summer, I moderated the Young Adult Summer Work Program videotape, and I was kindly asked to participate again. Perhaps I was asked because of the depth of my personal maturity. Got them fooled. Seriously, taking on personal responsibility is something I work on every day. And everyone has to start somewhere. For those of you who don't know, the Housing Institute employs young, deaf, and hard of hearing young adults for 6 weeks each summer. They are assigned to various departments of the Institute and the Housing Clinic. They are given the opportunity to gain real work experience in a professional setting, and some of them are earning their very first paychecks. We are grateful to the Lon V. Smith Foundation and the City of Los Angeles for funding this invaluable program. The Summer Work Program also has a special project where the students learn to produce a videotape. They participate in all the various aspects of video production. They write, direct, shoot, light, run sound, do makeup, and edit various portions of the tape. This year, their topic covers peer pressure and taking the plunge into responsibility. The students decided to see if their thoughts and feelings of growing up deaf were different than hearing young adults. They journeyed to Old Town, Pasadena, and interviewed several young adults. They asked 4 questions. The first question: do you want to live on your own one day? And how do you achieve your goal?
Yes, I want to live on my own someday, and I plan to go to UCLA College. Well, I want to in the future.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I don't know how I'll achieve the goal, and I don't really have a plan. Sometimes I'm comfortable at home, but sometimes I'm not.
When I was living with my parents, it was like, how can I say, I felt like a baby.
I do not live alone, but in the next 7 months I will. I'm having a child in about 7 months.
I do live on my own, and I'm a painter, I'm a musician.
Go to school, take classes in college, get a major in some kind of a course that makes money so you can pay your rent.
Our young adults also responded.
Someday I like to live on my own, and I like to continue my college education, then graduate, and then I would like to look for a computer job for my future skills and look for a house.
I wouldn't like to live on my own someday because I'm scared of living alone, but I guess a good way to be independent would be dorming in a college.
I want to go to junior college and transfer to Gallaudet University. When I finish, I want to become a teacher.
I want to live on my own, and after I finish school, I want to work. But now, I am happy living with my parents.
I want to be independent and buy a house with 2 bedrooms, and a car, which is a Honda, and a wife with 2 children.
Yes, I'd like to live on my own someday. A good start is living in a college dorm. The next step is finding an apartment that I can afford. It may be helpful living with a roommate to pay for the bills, to pay for the rent for a while.
I am not ready to be independent because I am too young to be independent. When I find a job and stay with my parents for a while so I can make more money to pay off my bills, then I will save more money to pay for an apartment. I will be independent.
Young adulthood is a special time when you begin to set goals for your future. Much of your self-image is validated on how you are viewed by your friends. At this time in one's life, there is nothing so sacred as a best friend for a true reality check. They asked, "Do you have a best friend? Is your best friend honest with you? How much do you trust that person?"
I do, and I would hope so. I mean, you can only put your trust in other people and hope that it'll be returned in like.
I think that people tell the truth unless their ego is in danger, their manhood or womanhood is in danger of being exploited.
I don't think it's not my place to ask anybody to be totally honest with me, because I'm not totally honest with everybody else. I don't know anybody that well to really want to lay it down at that level, and it's sad, but I mean it's just the way it is.
Yeah, I have a best friend, and she pretty much always tells me the truth, whether I want to hear it or not. So,
our young adults also responded.
I don't have a best friend. I used to have a best friend, but now I call her my ex-best friend. I always thought that my friend told me the truth no matter what, but it was the opposite of that. She never really told me the truth or been honest with me from the start. I do have a story about her that we both were best friends, do a lot of things together, everything.
I don't want to lie to my mom. I'm going to tell that we're going to the party. Girl, the party for 18 and over. We only 17. Why don't we just slide and get it over with?
But I find out that she was taking advantage of me, using me, all that stuff. So it would be really hard for me to find a true friend out there because it's really hard to find one.
Well, I have a best friend, and one time he planned to go to Las Vegas with other people, and he did not even call me or let me know or ask me or invite me to go to Las Vegas. Then I realized he's not honest, so that made me feel bad, and I went up to him one day and told him I wanted to be fair. Let's go to Las Vegas for July 4th. So he agreed. Then we're happy.
I have a best friend who is 50% honest and 50% liar because I know him very well. It happened when he made up asking me a silly question. I told him, I know, yeah, right, because I can tell.
My 3 best friends are Jeff, my boyfriend who I've been with for 2 years, Samantha, who I've known for 3 years, and Jody, who I've known for 3 years also. I believe everyone lies at some point in time, but I trust them with my life.
Hey, what about me?
I can't believe that I've had a bad experience, but I'll still never forget when my friends who go to my school, California School for the Deaf, Riverside, they tried to destroy my suitcase and they stole my games that were inside it. I couldn't find it for over 2 months. Later, my games were thrown on the grass behind the glass table. So my supervisor picked it up and brought it to me, and really, thank God, my games were all right, period.
Even the best of friendships require certain boundaries, and at times the friendship is tested. How far should one go to prove their friendship? The next question. Has anyone ever tried to talk you into doing something you didn't want to do?
Yeah, I was talked into going into a store and buying cigarettes once because my friend needed to pay off this other girl with cigarettes, and I regret it today just because, you know, now this girl is probably, you know, I felt like I fed her addiction, and it feels kind of bad, but never do it again.
Once I had a friend talk me into letting her brother feel on me, but I've never had that happen ever again. So that kind of made me take a stand for what I believe in.
I was convinced to smuggle drugs across the Mexican border and take them up to Houston, Texas, and a lot of risk was involved. And we got through it, but the only reason I did it was because there's a lot of money involved, and I made a lot of money, but it scared the living crud out of me. So, but I don't do it anymore, so it's all in the past.
I was actually drugs. It was mostly drugs. They're asking me. It was a group of friends of mine going to have if I wanted to do drugs for them, which was speed. They wanted me to try speed, which they told me I could take a while asking, take a long while, to give them my answer, which I took only 3 days, and I made up my mind, which not to take drugs because it's not what I want. It's not me.
Someone has talked me into stealing a car. Joyride. It was when I was like 17 years old. For the thrill, I guess. That thrill died about 5 minutes later when the cops pulled us over. So yeah, that was, don't do it. Do not do it. It's not fun. It's not cool.
When you think about it, it's amazing what we do to be accepted. It's equally amazing that most of us do survive it. How do we learn to set limits? Here's how our young adults answered the question.
This happened during my senior year. One of the girls, she was raped just a few days before graduation. And when I found out she was raped, I had a mixed feeling about it. Maybe it was not true or it was true. So she kind of forced me to pull it through in court and everything. Then later, when I found out that she made it up and it was a whole lie, that was one of my baggage band, and forced me to do something that I would never have happened.
My friend asked me, do I want drugs? And I told him, no, I don't want drugs.
I had a few teachers that tried to convince me to stay in honors classes. I found being in the honors classes very stressful, and the teachers didn't understand that I needed help. My life was all work when I was in the honors classes, and the hard part is saying no to the teachers because they think they know better.
I have experienced peer pressure. Everyone does many times throughout life. I try not to make my decisions based on whether or not I fit in, but what I feel is best for me, right or wrong.
One day, someone offered me to smoke, but I refused to smoke. He called me a chicken, but I told him that it's not healthy for me or you. So then I turned my back on him.
My friend asked me, you want to become gay? I told him, I don't want to become gay. Understand me?
Peer pressure is alive and well and lives inside all young adults. Our young adults met to share their feelings in a group discussion about peer pressure. I was asked to moderate this discussion. Okay, here's a question for you. Who has the worst pressure, girls or guys?
Girls.
Girls? Girls? Yeah. Girls? You think girls? You don't think there's any pressure on the guy?
Yeah, I think so. Commitment on the guy. I think so. The guy, I'm afraid of commitment.
Certainly you guys must experience pressure too.
Oh.
No!
To be independent, I want a car, a Honda, 2 babies, 2 children.
A guy is pressured. If he has children with a wife, he would have to be working a lot. Sometimes maybe overtime. Maybe
Oh, why?
I don't know.
Can't help.
No, that's
okay.
I'm the king.
Oh.
You're the king?
You see how guys are so conceited and they have a big head and ego? And it just makes them look bad if you do that, you know?
So you never feel pressure to try to live up to that image? Keep that image at the king.
That's easy. The king is perfect.
Suppose you apply for a job and you wrote out a resume and it's great and it looks like you're skilled and qualified and you know that you are and you've sent the resume and suppose you did not let them know that you're deaf, okay? You walk in for your interview, you brought an interpreter with you, and it's obvious that the person who's interviewing you is not comfortable and probably doesn't want to hire you. What would you do?
Try to make that person comfortable and understand the facts about being deaf and deaf culture, and it's not a big difference. I mean, you just can't hear.
I think that mostly the hard of hearing people are very, very good in hands. Not in hearing, but they're good in seeing and hands. But communicating and hearing is a problem, but they're very good in hands to do what the managers gives them. The deaf can't do it because they're very good in hands. You know, they're sign, they're quick.
I don't want the picture or deaf can only be good with hands.
Yeah.
I want to be able to see them the good with their mind, like become a teacher, become a doctor, become a lawyer, not just with hand.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that picture. I want to see the picture that deaf people can work as a normal hearing person. Because they're both human, they're just saying just one part because they can't hear. What's the difference?
I would feel awkward in the new job. I would work really hard and look for a new job. I don't want people looking at me. I don't want people looking at me because I'm deaf.
So you wouldn't want to work in that job? Don't want?
No.
Don't want a job?
Well,
How would you get money?
I don't know.
Where from?
SSI. I don't know.
No, let me explain to you. Exercise is not money to support yourself.
You have SSI too. It's silly.
Oh, wait! Peer pressure?
Huh?
It's the president's fault. He signed the papers and SSI goes on forever. Okay?
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Here's another hypothetical situation. Suppose SSI runs out. That's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Government money will run out. What will you do?
Protest.
Protest. We're gonna
Strike? Protest?
protest.
What will you do?
We're gonna protest.
Welfare.
Protest for what? What are you protesting for? Money? They don't have it.
Okay, you can't depend on exercise forever. because you're giving us a bad name. The Deaf Society, Deaf Culture, hard of hearing.
Keep going.
Depending on I can't. Depending on SSI, you can do things for yourself. You can go get yourself a job. You can't depend on SSI forever.
Blah, 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 blah. You finished?
No, I'm not finished. I'm saying that you are so sad because I'm trying to make a point here that we all deaf people have intelligence, we have motivation, and we can get a job ourselves instead of having exercise. Not enough money to support yourself.
I'm not smart. Anyways.
Yes, you are very smart.
I'm not smart.
I believe all of us are smart and bright. We can do things. We have our own individuality.
That's what you believe.
Yeah, but I'm not saying
everybody's different.
No,
And I'm not smart.
You think SSI is enough to pay off the rent, the bills, the phone?
Limit yourself. It's your fault.
If the government has no money, how? Wait, hold. It's better to have a UFO come down and help me buy our land, and then I can sell it.
You can't have selling drugs, or rob the bank if you're that desperate, but you need to get yourself a job. Go to college. Go get a high school degree. Go work at McDonald's if you have to.
It's not always easy to be honest in front of your peers. I think our young adults found out that everyone is scared and have great moments of doubt about their capabilities. Part of growing up is recognizing when one is ready to take on responsibility. Some are ready to be on their own. Some know they are not, but know one day they will be. Their last question concerns self-image. They asked, suppose you could change anything about yourself, what would it be?
My body. I like to be thinner because I want to learn how to surf. That's my problem, my main goal. I'm accomplishing it right now.
My inability to take an idea and follow it through to completion. You know, like, I want to do this and then I'll never do it because I'm too lazy.
I guess nothing really. I'm pretty happy with myself.
I would change the amount of money I have because I have none. I got this for free.
If there was one thing I could change about myself, it would probably be my me being so. I become sometimes selfish. I think too much about myself.
Improve my communication with other people. Honestly.
I forgive people. I would give forgiveness.
Our young adults answered,
I really need to change something in my life. That means I need to lose a little weight and I can get in good shape. Do me a favor. Don't be jealous or drool on me, okay?
I want to change myself to become a professional basketball player because I'm Hispanic and I want to be equal with others because there are few Hispanic basketball players.
I want to change my reading and study habits. I will read and practice more so I can pass my driver's test at the DMV.
I like myself for who I am. I make the best of who I am. And I'm shy and quiet sometimes, but I think that's okay. Is that all right with you?
I would do one small little change about myself is to lose weight, but the rest of it, I'm happy with who I am.
I wish to change myself into a movie star. I want to be like Jackie Chan because he's cool.
I wouldn't change anything about myself, because if I did, I would not be who I am today. And I like me just the way that I am.
There's one thing I want to change about myself is my height. You can see my shoe. I really want to be 5'8" or 5'9". I really want to be a model, but I already started. I want to be able to walk on the runway and show off my catwalk. Want to see my catwalk?
I want to be a professional basketball player like Michael Jordan.
I'm happy with myself. I wouldn't like to change anything in me because this is the way God made me.
No one said that they would change their deafness. Why?
I'm proud to be deaf.
You're proud to be deaf. Why? You don't want to change being deaf?
Well, that's part of who I am, and I'm proud of myself. I make the best for myself.
The question being asked to me, would I change my deafness, is like the same question, would I change my race?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. I mean, why would you change your race? What's the point of it?
Okay. So being deaf is not a flaw. And more than, like you said, your race is not a flaw.
It's like a gift from God.
Why is it a gift? What does it give you?
Because God made us who we are on this earth. It's just a gift from God.
It seems our young adults feel that they are off to a good start in life. Notice that none of our students would change the fact that they were hearing impaired. They have accepted their deafness as part of who they are, and most important, they are comfortable with themselves.
Hello, are you deaf?
In comparing themselves to their hearing peers, our students appear to be ahead in the area of self-confidence. As they take the plunge into adulthood, I think they have a very bright future. I think they should be proud of themselves.